Hi, my name is Phyllise Jadé, and this is I Loved You First, the documentary. Decided, you know what, we're gonna do bigger and better things, and we're gonna create an album.
If I would let a nigga roll me so high off the love, I would let a nigga fool me. Never going back to what I was a dummy. I was so blind.
Okay, wait, can you pause right there?
Love.
Well, we originally started recording that album in August, but that's not when I first started writing that album. Originally, this album was supposed to be an EP, including a single that I debuted in July called Real Love, produced by Young Bowser and mastered by Dustin Cicero. The name was Stages for a while, just because of the story and the different emotions within the story. But I chose I Loved You First because one night I was just writing a song, and honestly I was going through it, and that's how I felt at the moment. I felt as if I had loved that person first, and I decided, you know what, I think this would be a great title for the album.
I loved you first. It's evident I loved you first. It's easy to see I loved you first. So many nights I would remember the times I would give you the world and I wouldn't get it back.
Do not love anybody first before you love yourself.
Hello, beautiful people. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Phyllise Jade. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. You a vibe, so yeah. My first song is called Real Love. It is out now on all platforms. And it's real R&B like, and real love like, you know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to just vibe with me, okay?
I just spent my time in Troy's room every single day in and day out, recording, and I would go to open mics and perform certain songs and see what people liked, and I would say, okay, if they like the song, then we're gonna add it to the album. I would say it was one of the hardest things I've probably ever done in my life, simply because this album is a true story. It is about my own personal life, so at the same time writing an album about healing, I was actually healing, and that could be a toll on someone's mental health, and it definitely was, but I did it and I got through it, and now we're here at the album release, so yeah. Always in love with music. I was always performing. I was in a theater company called Youth Ensemble of Atlanta.
Phyllise Jadé is up here. And do her single, Ancient Love. So once again, make your way to the front right.
Forever. I guess that was a lie. I told you it was now or never. I guess you chose your time.
I would say my songwriting process would probably be the weirdest thing ever. I am a person who goes through a lot of mental blockages when it comes to writing. Like, I will space out and not be able to write for a minute. So some songs were written in high school, middle school, and some songs were written a month ago. So that's pretty much how that went. I wanted to include as much instrumentation as I could. Partnering with Troy really made it easy to do that, and Dustin. They are both great producers that know how to use instruments well, and that's what I wanted the most. I wanted people to pretty much have an eargasm when they listen to the music. I would say my favorite song would have to be First Time. And the reason why it's my favorite is because, one, I wrote it in like 30 minutes, and I called Troy and I was like, hey, I just wrote this bomb song, so can I come over to your dorm and can we record this like right now? I went, I showed him the song, I played him the beat. I found a lot of beats on YouTube, you know, free for profit is a thing. And I just was like, let me get in the booth, let me get on the mic. First Time is actually based on a true story.
First time. It's about the first time my ex cheated on me.
Damn.
If you watching this.
And it's based off the first time I ever truly found out I was cheated on in my past relationship. It was a very important night in a relationship, I would say. It was something that like made a turn in our relationship. So I think the most relatable song is It a Crime and Never Let Your Crown Slip. Is It a Crime is a, I guess you could say rendition, but not a rendition, like a remix kind of almost, of Is It a Crime by Jadé. I love Jadé. Jadé reminds me of my grandmother, who I was unfortunately never able to meet. And then Never Let Your Crown Slip, that's just an anthem for the summer, you feel me? So that's why I think those are the two most relatable. I met Destin when I was 13 years old. I used to go to Boys and Girls Clubs. I've been a Boys and Girls Club member for 10 years, ever since I was 6 years old.
Listen to me when I tell you, baby, never let your crown slip. Yeah. Yeah, the moment still haunt me and I feel it. I admit I regret some decisions. To myself, I'm sorry for what I did and what I hid. Should've never gave what I was given, but I can't take back what happened. It happened.
For a long time, I didn't even know who I was as an artist. I didn't know what my direction was. I didn't know what I wanted to do, simply because I find that my art is very versatile. I was able to find out who I was as a person and be able to create lyrics that people could really, really relate to. And I think that the music that I make is for people who enjoy real life, like enjoy real situations, enjoy the truth. My favorite part about making this album and going on this journey was the people that helped me. It was not only like my friends and things like that, but I built a team around me and met different people and networked here around Howard University, and found so many great artists, photographers, videographers, editors, everything.
There's 170. But 2 artists were like, you should go over here. I said, girl, you got me. I don't gotta do nothing but show up.
I met TC through a open mic. Troy called me and was like, hey, a good friend of ours, June, is throwing an open mic. You should come down. You should perform really quickly. I was completely thrown off guard. I was not dressed, any of that. But I wound up going, and the audience loved me. And TC was a sponsor for the open mic, to where whoever won, I guess, would be able to work with him. And ever since then, we've been working together. He gave me a call. He was like, we're gonna put together a team to really get this album on the road and really get things kicking, and yeah. Destiny is my girl. I'm a musical theater major here at Howard, and Destiny is an acting major here at Howard. So we've always kind of like seen each other around. She's a really amazing stylist. She's done everything for me that I've ever needed her to do, and I just can't wait to see what she's gonna do in future content for the album. I met Antionette through TC. I was looking for creative directors for the team because I knew I loved my ideas, but I wanted someone to second and also have another point of view or opinion. And I got Antionette through TC, looked at her profile and things like that, and her work is amazing. And now we just come up with really good ideas for the future. And I met Kayla through Antionette, which is my makeup artist. And she's just been a goat. She's been helping me with everything. Pre is my girl. Pre was one of my first friends here on campus. And pretty much every time I needed something, she came in clutch. Especially on set for the Real Love music video. She did my hairstyles for that video. I just called her and was just like, hey, like, I don't have the capital to really get anybody else to do my hair. I would really appreciate it if you can make this happen. And she did every time. Because she ate for the cover too.
My album is about stories. I tell stories, I tell my story, I tell your story. I tell everybody's story, okay? Because I know we all have been through some stuff, okay? So this next song is called First Time. This is the first time I ever found out I was being cheated on. So yeah, listen.
of releasing was very, very, very hard. I'm very surprised. I even got here very, very surprised. But I'm proud to say that everything is happening the exact way that it needs to happen, and God has moved things into places to where things can happen. So I'm very proud and excited about that. Not gonna lie, I'm hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that the album is gonna take me many, many, many places, especially if I do exactly what I need to do. I think my vocals, I think my lyrics, I think my story is exactly what the world needs to hear, so yeah. I found making this album was so much fun. All the experiences that went into making this album, all the people that I met they're just phenomenal, and I can't wait to even see what work they do in the future, and even if they have their hands in on what work I'm doing in the future, I know it's gonna be bomb, so I'm definitely ready, and I can't wait for y'all to see what I got next.
You say you would be forever. I guess that was a lie. I told you it was now or never. I guess you chose your time. Instrument to my chorus. You stepped out of line. We were the happiest, weren't we? Guess not, never mind. We were supposed to be destined. We were supposed to be bind.
If you haven't listened to my album, I Love You First, out now on all platforms, you should definitely go do that, and you won't be disappointed, I promise. And to keep up with me, you can follow me on all platforms at Phyllise Jade. This is I Loved You First.
I was supposed to be yours. You were supposed to be